Have you ever been in the relationship where control felt like guidance until you couldn't hear yourself anymore? I'm Ilse, and I help kind-hearted spiritual women to rebuild self-trust after controlling relationships. Today I will show you how love becomes control and 3 red flags you need to know. Let's begin with the first red flag. They isolate you. I will give you an example of my client who lost touch with her friends and family because she was in a controlling relationship. I asked her how did it started, how it began. When her best friend asked her out and they wanted to have a coffee date, her partner just told her that why waste time with her, she's different, she doesn't understand you. Later, when she mentioned visiting her family, he said, "Your family doesn't really get you, they just bring negative energy." Little by little, she stopped reaching out to her friends and family, and the safety net she had with the loving people around her disappeared. And control grows fast when you are alone and when you have nobody to share it or talk about it. It's like your inner light gets dimmed and you can't see the clear path anymore. Because when your preferences are constantly rejected, you kind of stop speaking up because you know that your needs and wishes will not be honored, and it starts to feel like self-abandonment. At first it feels like compromise, but after months or years you realize that your weekends doesn't match your desires and needs and your own choices. Here is what we all need to learn and practice and understand, that real harmonious love creates space for 2 different opinions, 2 different choices, 2 different personalities, but control only allows 1. Let's move on to the red flag number 2. They make you doubt yourself. I will share another example where my client shared her story in front of a group of her friends, and her controlling partner interrupted and wanted to fix the details in front of everyone, and she felt really embarrassed. And the next time she thought twice, either to speak or not in front of her friends. And when she decided to sign up for a painting class, instead of encouragement, her partner dismissed it with words like, "Why would you waste your time on that? It is not useful, not practical." At first she brushed it away, but his voice kept repeating in her mind. And the next time she felt inspired, she hesitated and started to believe in his words. Maybe it is not the right thing to do, maybe he is right, maybe it is silly. Over time, she started to doubt not only this idea, but her ability to choose anything for herself. This is what happens when you spend time with people who do not want your soul to blossom, but who, for their own reasons, want to control you. Maybe at the beginning it might look like care, but actually it is control. Instead of being trusted, you feel monitored, like you are under constant watch, and you stop trusting your own choices because you are busy managing their reactions. This is how control works, through self-doubt. When you stop trusting yourself, their voice becomes louder than your intuition. But a healthy relationship doesn't make you question your worth. It encourages you to believe in yourself more deeply. Take a deep breath and let's move on to the red flag number 3. You lose yourself. This is often the hardest red flag to face because it doesn't happen in one day. It happens slowly as you give up yourself just to keep the peace. At first, they may be small sacrifices like let go of the hobby you enjoyed, meeting your friends less and less, or going along with choices you wouldn't normally accept or approve. But over time, these small sacrifices build up and you don't recognize a person that you look into the mirror. For example, you once felt faith and deep connection when you were praying, spending time in nature, or just meditating. But now guilt and some heaviness are on your shoulders and you can't get this connection anymore. Instead of feeling aligned with God, you feel distant and confused. You no longer feel supported by life, by universe, or by God. And this is such a deep impact on your spirituality, on your inner well-being. Without trust in your inner wisdom, you lose your sense of purpose, safety, and your divine connection. So if you feel like this, please remember that true love celebrates individuality and it allows both people to shine fully as themselves. Real love never cuts off this connection with your divinity. It supports that. Control, in the other hand, shrinks you until your identity is almost unrecognizable. And that's when the relationship becomes more harmful. If you recognize yourself in any of these red flags, remember that you are not alone. Many spiritual, kind-hearted women find themselves here not because they are weak, but because they care so deeply. And the good news is you can rebuild your self-trust. That's why I created Unshakable Self-Trust. It is a 6-week program designed to help kind-hearted spiritual women move from self-doubt back into faith, strength, and confidence. Together, we will build inner trust that allows you to create healthy relationships and feel fully connected with your divine essence and follow your intuition. To see if working with me is your next step begins with a conversation. It is simple, pressure-free conversation to see if this path feels right for you. The link to book a clarity call is in the description box below. Thank you. And please create a comment in the comment section because I will reply to every comment. Thank you.